Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move. I'm Emily Grafeo, joined now by Nora Melinda, Bloomberg Television markets correspondent. Nora, let's start with Palantir. This is quite a big move.
This is the stock that is seeing some of the highest trading volume in the stock market right now in the S&P 500, followed behind NVIDIA. Of course, we know that we've been really looking at Palantir shares, ticker PLTR, because they've really been declining. A lot of people worrying about fears about potential stretch valuations here for this company. I mean, if you look at the price to sales ratio on a trailing basis, we see that sitting at about 85 for Palantir. This is the highest that we're seeing for any stock in the S&P 500. So while they did report stellar results, and of course, if you think about their earnings more broadly, 21 consecutive quarters where they had not only not missed expectations, but they actually reported a beat on their earnings. But we are seeing people starting to scrutinize and wondering if there's broader fears of a potential AI bubble.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a stock that's run up 150% this year. To see a drop like this today, down over 8%, it almost sparks fears, perhaps, that is this a microcosm for what's going to come next when we talk about valuation stocks running up so much and then having a drop like this? Okay, Novo Nordisk is next.
Yes, this one is in focus. This is ticker NVR. We're looking at the ADRs here. And of course, this has been the big story in the drug pharma space. A little bit of a duking it out to see who can get this company, Metsera. This is ticker MTSR. So you're really seeing a bidding war between Novo Nordisk and Pfizer. Both of them are really vying for this company, Metsera, because it offers obesity pills and different things to manage that. And it really is a startup here. So people are really just trying to think about how they can make the next step forward here in the pharmaceutical space and thinking about next generation treatments. So you are seeing a lot of companies just really trying to see who can get this to get Metsera. And you're seeing shares of Metsera up about 21% right now as we speak. But shares of Novo Nordisk pulling back down about 2% right now.
Right. And that's Novo ticker NVO. All right. And let's finally go to a company that, if you live in New York City, you know pretty well. And I think people in other cities know pretty well.
And we also know it to be quite expensive here to take in the city as opposed to the subway. But we're looking at ticker Uber, UBER, makes it super easy for you there. We're seeing shares seeing some weakness right now. Shares of Uber down about 6% right now as we speak. And this is after the company saw some legal charges that ate into its third quarter profits here. But it did report rideshare and delivery trips that soared. But I mean, you are seeing a lot of people heavily scrutinizing the fact of its third quarter profits, really starting to see some weakness here when you're thinking about those legal charges here, Emily.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.